Welcome to episode 2, Rebuilding Trust, the hardest work you'll ever do. Trust is the foundation of every relationship, but for many adopted children, that foundation was shattered long before they arrived. In this episode, we explore what it really takes to rebuild trust and why the hardest battles sometimes happen inside the marriage. Rebuilding trust is not a technique. It's not a program, it's not a reward chart or a consequence system. Trust is rebuilt through relationship, through consistency, safety, and presence. Children who have been hurt don't trust easily. They test, they push, they wait to see if you'll leave like everyone else. And while parents are trying to rebuild trust with the child, another challenge often emerges, the marriage itself. In many families, the mother becomes the detailed, hands-on caregiver, managing appointments, school issues, emotional crises, and daily structure. Meanwhile, the father, though not always, may minimize the challenges with a kids will be kids mindset. This mismatch creates strain, resentment, and exhaustion. If there were any cracks in the marriage before adoption, the stress of raising a wounded child will expose them. I've seen marriages that look strong fall apart under this pressure, including 5 couples who ultimately divorced because they couldn't get on the same page. Rebuilding trust with a child requires unity. Without it, the child feels the instability, and the marriage absorbs the weight. Trust is rebuilt through presence, not programs. But when parents aren't united, the child feels it instantly. In our next episode, we'll look at the extreme behaviors children use when fear, not defiance, is driving the story. As we wrap up this episode, let's bring it home with some truths that have shaped everything we've learned over more than 3 decades of walking alongside adoptive families. First, how does a child's past shape their ability to trust? The answer is profound and often painful. Children who've experienced neglect, abuse, or instability learn early that adults can't always be counted on. Trust becomes a risk they can't afford, so they test it's not personal, it's survival. They push boundaries, reject affection, or alternate between clinging and pulling away. Their past whispers, if I let you in, you might leave or hurt me too. Rebuilding trust isn't quick, it's built in tiny, consistent moments of safety, predictability, and follow-through. Second, what patterns emerge when parents aren't aligned? When a couple isn't on the same page, the child, already wired to spot cracks in relationships, quickly learns to exploit them. One parent becomes the safe one, the other the strict one. Discipline gets undermined. Secrets form. Behavior escalates because the child senses inconsistency as danger. We've watched good families unravel not because the child was too hard, but because divided parenting gave the child's trauma exactly the opening it needed. And finally, how can couples strengthen unity before and during adoption? Start early, before the child ever comes home. Get counseling together. Talk openly about your fears, your parenting styles, your non-negotiables. Create shared rituals, regular check-ins, date nights, prayer, or reflection time if that's your practice. During the journey, speak with one voice on big decisions. When you disagree, and you will, do it privately. Present a united front, even when it's exhausting. Seek mentors or support groups who've been there. Unity isn't perfection. It's commitment to repair quickly and love fiercely through the strain. Here's the takeaway we want you to carry with you. A united marriage is one of the strongest therapeutic tools a child from a hard place can ever have. When a child sees 2 parents who choose each other, even in conflict, even under stress, they begin to believe the world can be safe after all. Your solidarity becomes their evidence that relationships can endure, that love doesn't have to disappear. That's healing in its most powerful form.